What's up, Facebook, right? Yeah, I see you. Let's do a show together. It's just you and me in the studio today. Couple seconds, we'll fire this thing up. Let's do it. All right.
Community Business Hour, 90.1 FM.
It's time to talk business, specifically community business on Community Business Hour with the You Can Do It team. Every Tuesday at noon, business-minded folks join the conversation with insight and information on how they took on the sometimes overwhelming challenges of business. Each contributing voice is a firm believer in helping you become a stronger social economic contributor. Here on Community Business Hour, we know the right information can change your life. Community Business Hour is for anyone wanting to be around local business-minded people. Whether you're starting or growing a business, running a nonprofit, or seeking employment, the You Can Do It team is on air and online for you. Phone lines are open, 713-526-8737. And you can connect with us across the social media spectrum at CB Hour. Now let's talk some business.
All right, welcome to Community Business Hour with yours truly, John Whaley, a.k.a. Jonyprofit. And I hope you had a great weekend and you stayed safe. Hello, Facebook Live people that are watching. Lee, Kenneth, I see you. Welcome back, Kenneth. Look forward to great things for you. So anyway, here's what we're talking about today, all right? So over the course of the week, I see things. And I'm constantly out here trying to improve myself in the game of business/entrepreneurship and all that other rah-rah, hoorah stuff. And it kept striking me that there's this correlation between, like, successful people and people who just do a lot of, like, I don't know how to describe it, like crying and whining. There's like this huge difference between what I consider to be the mindset. That's why I always hashtag now mindset matters. So when it comes to business, it's like, it's really not that hard. It's really not that hard. It's really not that hard. But it's kind of like, again, going back to the gym, I can make my workout sound like beast mode. I can make slow-mo videos and I can show my diet and I can make it sound like it's excruciatingly painful. I can make it seem like this was the hardest thing ever. And most people buy into it and be like, gee, man, I never want to do that. The stuff you do is so incredible. Oh my God, you guys be working out. But the reality of it is everything is pretty much mathematics and physics and science, and it's just pretty straightforward. There's not a lot to this whole, oh, the struggle, oh, the business. And I'm going to explain a few reasons why. So it's just me in studio today, and I'm going to cut out early, I think, because it's a holiday, you know, like it's holiday, it's still a holiday. So anyway, here's what happened. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, like, you know, too many of you are in business to make a point rather than make money. I found that over and over again. Your whole purpose in life is to make a point. Like, it's kind of like joining a team so that the girls like you, or joining a team so that the boys think you're cool or something, instead of joining a team to get the championship, right? So you joined the team because you thought you were going to be cool. You went into business because you had something to prove. You did not join, like, you did not start a business because you said, I want to make money. Because for most of you, with the amount of experience you have and with the amount of, like, connections you have and the amount of money you have, starting a business is not the most, like, effective and efficient way to make money. It's just not. It's not. And for those of you that went along that journey and you're on, like, talking all that on Facebook of how you made it and whatever, that's cute. That's cute. But I keep saying it over and again, you're leading people down a path of destruction. The reason the middle class has such a major issue right now, seriously, in my imagination, this is just some IMO, okay, in my opinion, or IMP or whatever it is, right? It's because over the course of several decades now, we've taken the hard work out and we put in the fluff. And then Facebook made it even worse. So now it's given a voice to those that really aren't doing anything, never have been doing anything, but they just like talking. And all the folks that are really serious, like, I want to do something. No, I really want to get rich. I want to get thin. I want to get fast. I want to get strong. I want to get smarter. Are bombarded with folks that really are just here to say, I want to be famous. I want to be important to somebody because that's what I need in my world. So it goes like this. Look, this was so inspired by some stuff I've seen this week. Ask yourself or think about this. So it says here, I'm writing, these are my notes from this morning, right? So just work with me here. Too many of you are in business to make a point instead of making money. Got that part already. You want to prove you can be an entrepreneur, a minority business owner, a boss, a CEO. No one can hold you back because your passion is so strong. Oh, that's what you set out to do, right? That's really whack, but I'll tell you why later. Ask yourself, how much free stuff from others did it take for you to finally make it? Of all the folks out here that are claiming that they made it in business and they're successful, how many people invested? Okay, you and your bootstrap is cute. How many people did you have to burn through? Use, falsify what you could do and go out and take their money and not do it. How many of those people did you burn along the way to finally one day say you made it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know enough of you to know that how many of you like sat right here with me and quote, picked my brain. You've never even retweeted or done anything for me. I didn't ask you to because I didn't expect you would to begin with because I could see you coming. But ask yourself, how many bridges did you burn to get to where you are now? Now you got to go find a whole new group of people to impress because you were so determined to do what you felt you were led to do and it's meant to be and the rest of that nonsense. Next thing it says, how many gimmicks did you run? Like, especially with Facebook now, how many gimmicks did you run to get to where you are now? How many fake awards did you have to get? How many fake, press releases? How many fake articles did you have to write in fake magazines to finally be where you are, quote, today? And for those of you watching that haven't started a business, I'm going to help you with that whole buyer beware mindset matters. Who you learn from, who you train with, who you eat and sleep with will make or break you. Think this through now. And lastly, the struggle is as real as you want it to be, whether it's love, money, relationship, whatever. Two people out to get it are going to get it. One person out to get it and one just looking at you crazy, that's not going to work out. It's just a matter before one gets sick and tired, the other one just gets sick. Okay? Next thing, remember, I made this big, so it must mean something to me. Remember, just because someone you know or you call, or someone you know or someone you call, or they call themselves a marketing guru, a trainer, a change management expert, a videographer, a web designer, an author, speaker, boss, motivator, educator, coach, chief inspirational officer, and the likes, does not mean you're really good at that. It does not. It just means, like a child, you have aspirations to be that one day. That's all it means. Like, I did not start calling myself anything. I just what do you do? Nobody knows what I do. And then when I explain it, they still sit there like this. What? Because our mindsets are different. So, let me get to a point. I'm big on keeping your day job. For all of you that have a job, that are thinking about starting a business, share this with a friend. I don't care. Look, for all of you that have a job right now, and you're thinking about starting your business, and for all of you that are in business that are willing to call it quits, remember, you can call it quits. It's okay, and we'll explain why later on. We're just 10 minutes into the show. Just work with me here. But with a job, okay, and I'm actively always seeking the best use of my talent in the employment market, right? You know, I can't really do it with a lot of you small business owners because you want it for free because you've known me too long. And you keep coming to me like I'm supposed to get excited to help you because you want me to do it for free. And I told you, I do equity plays, but only when there's equity there. If I did a valuation on your business, you're not worth anything. That's why you're struggling. That's why the banks won't loan to you. Nobody will invest with you. Customers aren't coming to you. Everybody's just looking at you. The people that are liking your stuff now are liking your stuff because they feel bad for you. They're like, oh, look at all that energy. He's doing what or she's doing what I wouldn't do because I wouldn't put myself out there like that. I wouldn't be out there talking about I'm doing it when I know everybody knows you're broke. But hey, whatever makes you work. You're doing it for the money, for the attention. Check it out. It is far cooler to be a rich man than it is to be a business owner. You sleep on that. You think about what I just said. It is far cooler to be a rich man or rich woman, whatever, that don't mean no harm, than to be a business owner. You go to enough networking events, you go to enough hackathons and all this stuff, And you'll see a lot of people in there that most of them luckily still have their day job. And they're moonlighting. They're doing stuff on the side. Great. But then you see those hardcore folks that quit everything to go out and quote be a entrepreneur, right? Entrepreneur. No plan, no nothing. They just believe. That's why on Facebook I put the whole just believe thing. Seriously, we're going to go there with that? But that's cool because in this next part, I'll tell you why that is so prevalent and so sad and so, yeah. Okay. When it comes to business-minded, the whole dilemma thing, small business people basically take advice from the wrong folks, okay, depending on what you set out to do in life. If you want to be popular and famous, you want to be great, yes, join up with all these speaking groups and go learn to write a book and jump on Facebook and tell everybody you're great and show us what you ate and show us your plane ticket and show us everything you're doing. Great. You will be famous on Facebook. But for those of you who want to make money, you're not hanging around. You're not listening to people that actually make money that can share your story, that can actually share your background, share what you've done. They can relate. You can't relate to most of the people you're listening to. And here's how it goes. Okay. You've been told you can be your own boss by people. Let me see. Where does it start? You've been told you can be your own boss by people needing you as a salesperson for brands. So what I figured out is basically folks learn about small business, especially minority, female, all that brown people stuff. Most of them learn about business from like third-party, second-party sources, right? Some of them, like my dad had a family business or something. Great. Those people usually don't struggle. But the rest of you, here's where I've found most of you gotten your information about how to start a business. First and foremost, a huge percentage of you out there have learned about small business from like the books, the mainstream, okay? You've learned the whole Think and Grow Rich. You've learned from CEOs. You've learned from best-selling books on the bookshelves and all that other stuff, which is cute. You know, the first story they tell is from some old Anglo man and how he started a business from nothing. And, you know, each learning moment. And basically what I'll say is, you know, did you know Ford only had two colors, black and black? Ha, ha, ha. You can be successful. Did you know Michael Jordan didn't make it in high school on the basketball team? Ha, ha, ha. You can do it too. Did you know Buffett was not rich until he was 50? Ha, ha, ha. You can make it too. Gates, Zuckerberg, and them started from their garage. Ha, ha, ha. You can make it too. And you eat these stories like candy. You suck this up. You drink this Kool-Aid as though somehow this has something to do with you. Like somehow you're going to have two colors of brand of whatever you do and you're going to be a success off the conveyor belt. Somehow you're going to get kicked out of or not awarded something or not getting a contract, but you're going to be the next billion-dollar prime. Somehow at 70, after you ran your kids into the ground and basically forgot your family and friends because you so badly want to be an entrepreneur that you're going to make it, and somehow you tinkering around in your garage, you're going to be Buffett and Gates them. It's probably not going to happen. I'm willing to go long odds on it that it's not going to happen for the majority of you that will ever see this video. It's not going to happen. But that's the mindset. You can do it. Just believe. Keep reading these books. Do what they've done. For the most part, you can't do what half these people have done, and I'll explain why. Actually, it goes back to the beginning. I have something written here about each class plays completely different sports. Okay? I can't do what a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white boy can do. I can't do that. I can't use his business model. I cannot use a business model of a female executive. I cannot use the business model of a Hispanic who jumped over the border, came over here, and started a business doing lawn care and has $6 million business. I can't follow their business model. I do not have the same resources, the same impact in the community, nor the same network to pull from. So for me to take advice from these people is great in the distant future, like how do you perfect your business? But how to get started, how to make that leap, I can't relate. They can't relate. I can't relate to a 75-year-old guy on CNBC that's saying, this is how I started my business, John. I went to some buddies and sat down and said, this is what we're going to do. I can't relate. And most of you can't relate. But you're going to buy their book, you're going to like their posts, and every time some change agent, guru, speaking, marketing person tweets one of their retweets, you're going to like it and be like, I know that's right, stay the course. And you'll be on that course from now until forever. As I said, if you look out the window, which I'm not going to move this camera, they built a building, like some property next to me, faster than most of you will ever even start a business. Like they managed to get the money, raise the money. Oh, I can't get money from my business. Make the plans, contract the workers, probably already marketing the stuff out, probably have a leasing office and everything for this property next door, and an agent. They're going to do all that before most of you even get your first customer or your second customer. because they have a plan. They know what they're doing. Okay, the next reason, and it really hit me. It hit me big when I really thought about, like, why do so many minority, brown, and women people struggle in business? Why? I mean, they got the, quote, passion. Woo, yeah. Then it hit me. It's right here. It's written down. It goes like this. For the longest, how to be your own boss, like literally, as far back as I can remember, like, how to be your own boss was really driven by multi-level marketing, okay? And so for so many of you, you felt like, because that's what they told you, you were your own boss because you were part of somebody's MLM, whether you were selling banana peels, coffee, lotion you rub on you that turns you purple, protein shakes that give you muscles the size of Hulk Hogan, whatever it was. They sold you on the fact that you were your own business. You want to be your own business person? Start selling our stuff. Reality, you were just a salesperson. You were a rep. That's it. You're still just a rep, no matter what you're selling right now. And here's some of the downfalls or pitfalls that doing it is great. It's a good experience. It gets you out there. It makes you ask and interact and hit up family and friends and do all that stuff. Here's some of the things that you miss. Some very important things that you miss. So, the reality is, like I said before, you are a salesperson for a person that received a marketing contract for a manufacturer. That's a problem, because now you want to be your own boss. Unless you're a broker, you want to be your own boss and have your own products and services, but you've never created your own, you've never developed your own and been successful at it. You weren't a boss, you were a rep. You could not deviate from their plan. So you didn't have any creativity. You had to do what they told you to do, period. You were not allowed to ask questions. That's a problem if you're an entrepreneur. You simply called yourself an entrepreneur and you sold to friends and family. You weren't asked, like, how to do numbers, how to structure your business. There's a lot of things that you just didn't do. So you don't know product development. You don't know marketing strategy, marketing branding, marketing communication, because they did all that for you. And I've seen where there's a house full. I'll go to meetings and there'll be 2,000 of you in there holding up checks talking about you just went diamond, star, triple, platinum, gold, orange, purple, yellow. And I'm thinking, but if you actually were to have your own business with that many people, you'd probably be making like a lot of money, right? I would think. But you don't know legal structure. You don't know back office development because they gave that to you. They just put your name in front of a .com and boom, you had all the ordering tools and everything you needed. You don't know human resources because all you had to do was recruit. You never had to fire. Just get your down leg all the way down the street and back and then some. And if you do all this times 7 plus 4, carry the 6, and you make $1 million a year, right? You don't know when to shift because losers quit. Everything you learned in the MLM business model was about quitters never win and winners never quit, and you never give up, and you stick with it, and you stay with it, and you go for it, and you get it. But as the leader of the group, as soon as they're not making any money, they pull the plug and they go on to another product, and you're stuck with a bunch of people talking about, where's my order? So you don't know that just being a people person is not enough. Like, really, it's not. I hear it all the time. Why are you in business? Oh, I'm good with people. Oh, people love me. Why do people love you? Because I'm so lovable. Like, wow, man, I wish I could take those pills. Like, really? Oh, yeah, John. I'm like, everywhere I go, people love me. It's not enough. It's not enough. So when I started talking to people, I'm like, what makes you think that you're a small business person? Like, you're business minded, ready to get this. I'm good with people. I've had my own small business a few times. You know, I've worked with XYZ company and all this other stuff. And I'm thinking, I mean, that sounds like a lot of employee stuff to me. That's great. You've employed your skills and you've been an employee, but what have you done as an investor / real entrepreneur? And thinking that, looking back on it, most of you have done nothing. And then you can't understand why it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years before your business finally makes it. 5 years before your business finally makes it. And then you're talking about, oh, don't look at my success now, because had you seen the grind coming up, ooh-wee, had you seen it, you'd know that I've been through a lot. But you went through a lot for no good reason. You just went through a lot because you were stubborn, probably. Seriously. You were stubborn. So I say that to say, look, who you get your advice from is very important. When you're in school, in college, they teach us to do our research. When we take these research classes at the master's level, you know, part of the whole research has to do with I got to know the source. So if I'm going to take business advice from somebody, I got to know, if you did a study or you're bringing me information about 70% of all businesses fail and those who quit never win because quitters don't win when they're winning while they're quitting and all that other stuff. Okay, well, cite who you got that from. Or what study did you do? Or where did you get the reviews from? Was it peer reviewed? Like, tell me, what was the intent when you did the study? What was the pool of people you asked? Because if I ask if I go out to the golf course right now and ask a bunch of people, hey, what do you think the small business climate is? Man, it's great. It's awesome. You know why? Because I got cash sitting and I can just go buy out everybody else's issues. Be like, wow, that's awesome. If I go to another neighborhood and ask, how's business? Or I go to one of these government procurement contracting deals or one of these other deals, I'm like, how's business? Man, I'm trying to get a contract. Or man, business is booming. The ones that are trying to get a contract, I'm like, so what's your circle like? Oh, man, we're all struggling. We're all trying to get it. We're just waiting for that chance for somebody to give us a contract. If I could just air quote, give us a contract. So anyway, I might go to break. I don't know. I'm kind of bored during this. Can you tell? I see everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We got people watching and listening. Hi, Tiva. Can you make me a song? John Zeb. I see you. Ty. Eric. Okay, so the next thing. So 3 things. So here's what I'm going to say about that. Going back to who you follow, all right? Listen. You want to follow people that are successful, go figure out what success is first. The saddest part about it is you're set out on a journey, right? You quit your job, you're free as a bird, you're doing whatever, you're out here running your mouth. Figure out what success really means to you. Like, what does success mean to you? Because there's nothing worse than people talking about they love their kids, but then they ignore them because they're too busy trying to run their business. There's nothing worse than somebody says they want a healthy and happy relationship, but they're so busy chasing in the streets at every meeting. I don't know. I don't know. What does success mean to you? Like, success to me, especially going back to it's better to have a job and be rich than it is to be a small business owner and be poor. Because I'm not doing this for fame. I'm not doing this for the attention. I'm not doing this to prove to anyone that I can be a boss, a leader. There's nothing worse than these people talking about the freedom they get. Like, look, here's a little secret for all my brown people, especially my African Americans, and I can say that because I happen to be one. Here's a little secret. Check this out. Grab hold of this, female entrepreneurs and everyone else. Look at this. For all of my folks out there that are like actually have professional service, you always hear me talking about licensed professionals because you have a skill set, you have a talent, you have an asset worth something in the open market. Listen to me. Okay? With a job, okay, with your job, you have the ability to maintain cash flow. Now, if you're not trying to live out in the burbs and buy big houses and big cars and send your kids to private schools and do all that stuff that looks cute on paper, looks cute on Facebook, looks cute to your friends and the people you want to look down to. If you're not doing all that extra, we're going to save that money. If you're not trying to do all that, you should have the cash flow to do about anything you want to. Now, here's the difference between those that come to America versus those that grew up in America. And I want you to listen. There's a reason why I don't do business with all these little leagues and whatever around town that are empowering entrepreneurs, because the mindset is not working for me. I'm not saying it's whack or backwards. I'm just saying I don't agree with it, right? Look, if you as a business owner get off your butt today and go out into the street, especially if you're in the Houston market or wherever you are, especially in a metropolitan area, and you drive down the street, you just roll, just start coasting down the street, and you look around, and you see, especially in Houston, you see business after business after business after business. And part of my job is to figure out where those businesses are getting their money from, right? Where their customers getting their money from, where they're, how it all works out. If you ever notice, when I take my child to, say, daycare, the owner isn't there. You know why? Because they're at work. When we look at rental properties and I'm sitting with a group, you know what? The owner isn't there. You know where? They're at work. When I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this new hamburger shop, the owner isn't there. You know where they are? They're at work. I don't think you're following me. It goes like this. I've said before, you take a business as an investment tool. You go out, you make some cash. You take that cash, and how you get rich and you go to wealthy is you take that cash and you invest it. You don't grow your business. You don't expand your business. Because you know what happens? It gets too big and you can't control and you start losing money. That's why I get tired of people talking about they want to be in 50 states and they want to be all over the world and all this other jive jack. No. If you can figure out a way to make $250,000 per year and put it in your pocket, guess what? You're a very, very, very well-off soul. And with that money, You don't go hand it over to your high net worth person, but you let them manage it. You go out there and you find other people that are very good at what they do. They have a great small business. They're already catering to a market, and you buy them out. Or you buy a piece of them, or you get some equity play on it. That's how you grow your money, especially when you're only earning 0.0% out in the market. That's what a real entrepreneur / investor does. You take all that business sense, all that stuff you learned in corporate, and instead of going out here and filing DBAs and throwing up websites and doing all this other stuff, that's why we say to you marketing professionals and you so-called PR gurus and stuff, stop going out and promoting other people. Go take your money, buy into somebody else's, and start doing it. Build up equity in their business, and now you can do what I do, which is no one knows what I do. For a good reason. Because if I have to listen to one more of you talk about how you finally got a contract, it isn't like there was a shortage of them. It just means that at one point in your life, maybe you were finally ready or there was just no one else to choose from. I don't know. It's just like in sports. We'll take Tommy. He's the last one left. Tommy can't kick the ball. It doesn't matter. We need somebody to be the fifth person. But you play that like it's success. Look, success is when you're doing what you want to do, when you want to do it, without blinders on and without a bunch of fluff floating around your head. As I put that picture up early on Facebook of me swinging the little golf club, and to my buddy, I can't even remember who said it. But anyway, no, my game is not 70. I don't shoot a 70. I shoot a high 200, right? That's 200 balls I got to go find. I don't care about golf. I play golf because my buddy Brian and I set up Video Golf Guide. We had a really cool business model. He passed away at 30-something. Life is short. 30-something-year-old guy with 2 kids passed away because he was stressed out because of the grind and the struggle. No. So my point to all that little rant right there was, look, stop going out here listening to all this business guru garbage, man. Start talking to investors. Start talking to investors. The reason the middle class is struggling, because you want it easy. You want it on the slide. You want it to be all dramatic like watching NFL films. You don't want it to be as simple as, hey, there's a lot of money over there, and those people are making a lot of money. Let's go see if there's something we can add to it. Because so many of you in the minority group are competing with people you can't compete with. Okay? Back to what I was saying, why I'm not going to follow a book from Warren Buffett or something. Like, I can't walk into a meeting and be like, hey, gentlemen, let's get this deal done. No, they're going to be like, Trump rules here. Get out. Now. And don't touch my daughter. Okay? So I don't have that same, I know it's like, not in this day and age, John, it's all gone. Racism's gone. Sexism's gone. Religionism's gone. No, it's not. It's here and it's here to stay. Just like gravity, okay? So with that said, I think I'm going to go to break because I'm tired of rambling. And then for you online, I'll keep you there. Yeah, I see you. Thanks for the like. Look, let me hit one more point. Let me find the one more point. Where was it? Yeah, let's get to all growth is not good growth, and then we'll stop at the bottom of the hour. Look, I keep getting on this whole marketing thing, right? And a lot of people are determined to let me know that marketing is awesome. Marketing is awesome. Too bad everyone doesn't have a marketing degree, nor can they define marketing in a way that actually we can all agree on, all right? You know, some people will be like, well, marketing is sales with a sales mix of a marketing, and marketing is a subset of a prototype of a, like, no, it's product, place, promotion, and price or something. I don't know. It's the 4 Ps. That's what we all studied, and that's what the textbooks say, okay? And that's what most corporate are trained on. But the fact that you're a small business owner, or a wannabe small business owner, and you can't scale. Remember what I said about most of you think you know business because at one point you did some type of MLM, some multi-level marketing direct thing, and you were cutting checks and you were doing it big, but you don't know anything about product development because you weren't allowed to do that. You know nothing about marketing from a strategic, branding, or communication point. Remember I said that? You know nothing about legal structure, so you ran out and did an LLP because you Googled it or somebody told you that's what you're supposed to do, even though you didn't think about what the end goal was going to be. You remember I mentioned that most of you have no kind of back office developed whatsoever, no CRMs, nothing. Like, all you know is if you believe and hang on, it's going to work out. Remember I said none of you know HR? So whether you're using like Briggs or whether you're using like a Deezy's, you can't even profile the type of people you need. Like, are you an aggressive go-getter and you need a conservative bookkeeper? I mean, you don't even think this stuff through, right? Because you're an employee inside of your own business. You definitely don't know financials outside of what being a diamond, a platinum, and a purple gold ruby is. So if I said, what's the balance sheet? What's the income statement? What's the cash flow? What's it look like? How does it look? What do you know? You'd be like, oh, well, all I know is in my checking account, and it's not a lot. So that means you can't even pay me to help you, right? So you want to go to SCORE and meet up with me there so you can get a freebie? Winks. You know nothing about market shifts, right? Because most of you will hang on long after the coffee company, the juice that cures cancer company, the electricity that's free on the moon company. Long after they're out of business, you're the last one to get the memo. But you still all got drafted that last $300 for the month, right? You don't know enough about people because you only hung around friends and family. You only sold to people that were in your clique. And somehow you're thinking that's supposed to translate into a business that competes with somebody who, again, came from outside the borders of the United States of these Americas, brought either sovereign funds, government money, family money, whatever, into these Americas, had friends on the ground that were already licensed professionals as engineers and pharmacists and doctors and lawyers and CPAs and all this other stuff, contacted their friends and said, hey, I want to come to America. I want to buy up a bunch of businesses. I want a visa. I want to be here. I'll bring $1 million. I'll bring $2 million. I'll bring $3 million. And they buy up these companies. And you know what you do? You start making cupcakes, or you become a motivational speaker. And you can't understand that at the end of the day, who controls price controls things. That you think all the happy roo-rah and hip-ha and ha-ha is going to somehow save your middle class when you own absolutely no part of it because you were so busy cheering it on, you forgot to actually buy it up. I don't know. That's why we said accounting will make you rich, but economics will make you wealthy. But I cannot talk loud enough to get over the hype. The struggle is real story. The you can do it if you keep going for it story. Can't get over that. Mr. Lee doesn't make enough money. Mr. Lee sells the property to somebody that has less skin in the game. He doesn't I just hang on to this property, even though it's losing money. Nope, let it go. It's an investment. You want to prove something, write a poem. Make a song. Tiva will sing it for you. But stop using business as your publicity stunt. Because the sincere people that are helping you jokesters out there, and for you jokesters out there getting help, you're killing the economy. You're making it impossible for all these folks out here protesting. I'm on Pacifica Radio. I'm on KPFT. I'm on here because minutes ago, Rourke is in the other studio right now. Like, look, let me just flip it around. Look at this. Look at this. See that? That's a local band in the studio. Okay? A local band in the other studio, they have an opportunity to be on a terrestrial radio station, to be seen, to be on their website. You have the same opportunities to do all kinds of stuff, but you know what you choose to do? You choose to take the easy route out. And not all of you, just the ones of you that knew your entire life you've been somebody's little darling, and you deserve, you're entitled, and you're killing the economy. You're killing everyone's opportunity to make it big. If I have to sit through one more meeting where everybody in there is getting paid just to go down the street to another meeting where everybody else is going to win a business plan competition, and I'm thinking they just raised $3 million and you're giving away $10,000. Help me understand how that's going to help your business. Mindset matters. Mindset matters. Anyway, let's go to a quick break because I'm tired of hearing my own voice, as you should be too. You're listening to Community Business Hour here on 90.1 KPFT.
Grow your existing business.
What?
America's SBDC Network.
They can't hear me on air anymore.
America's
Type your stuff.
SBDC Network no-cost growth acceleration.
What's your question?
services.
Ask a question, I'll
Provide
answer.
in-depth consulting to assess your financials.
If you got a business
Optimize
question,
performance, uncover new
what you think you should do
opportunities,
question,
and accelerate business growth. Ready to grow?
put it on there.
Visit us online or
And I'll
contact
check
your
it
local
out.
office to get started on your path to
What?
success
I can't answer that
today.
question. That's illegal. No, I'm playing. All right, let's go to another one.
How long have you been sitting behind that same desk dreaming of your own business? You believe in your
Hey,
ideas.
Sarah, I
Is
see
it
you. I'm watching you
achievable?
on
Can you
Facebook.
really make it happen? Where do you start? Maybe you need a mentor, someone with experience that could give you sound advice. But business advisors, they're expensive.
They
Did
are
you know that
expensive
you could get expert
because a lot of them don't know what they're
advice
talking
from
about, and
professionals
you end up
for
paying
free?
them.
With SCORE, you're not alone. You have access to
getting
an
this commercial?
entire team of professionals with expertise in marketing, sales, finance, and more. SCORE has one goal in mind: to turn your business dream into a
Not a
reality.
problem.
SCORE will put your idea to the test, examining it from many angles, verifying the numbers, and helping you choose the best way to make it happen. And we don't just sit back.
Community Business Hour, 90.1 FM.
Welcome back to Community
All right, let's do
Business
this.
Hours here on 90.1 KPFT HD3.
All right, Ty King's talking about great commercial. Thank you, Ty King. He's out there trucking it up. My boy, my guy, my big brother. Ty King out there trucking it up. Look, I want to see you succeed. I really do. And I've debated for a long time whether to go this coaching route because I really don't have time to do the coaching thing. I gave like 12, 13, 14 years of my life doing the whole, you can do it. Let me go out and figure out how you can do it. Let me help you do it. Watch me do it. And now I'm the old guy. I'm ready to get out of the game. I'm ready to go do some fun stuff. I'm tired. I hate business with a passion. Only because, like most things, it's been commercialized and dumbified. So the only people left in it that really want to talk about it are confused, and they're not going to listen to me because everything I say is, not new. Like, hey, why don't you learn numbers and money first? I don't know. Like, wouldn't that make sense? So I'm caught there. I'm really caught there. I want to do coaching, but I don't have anything that any of you want to hear. Like I said, I could sit a billionaire or 100 millionaire or a CFO of an investment firm right here in studio with me, and there'd be 3 likes. But then when I ask each and every one of you about, what are you after? Man, I want to make money for my business and I want to leave a legacy. I'm like, well, I got some people you need to talk to then. You don't want to hear it. But if I say, oh, I got this new videographer, I got somebody that can make you famous, I got somebody that can make you look hot, oh, you line up out the door. So that does create an interesting problem for me and you as business owners. Look, if you want to succeed, you got to follow the money. You got to follow the money, okay? You got to decide early on, are you doing this because you got a chip on your shoulder? Are you doing this because somebody led you to believe that there is freedom on the other side of entrepreneurship? Why are you doing this whole small business thing? Why? And then once you figure out your why, no matter what it is, it's fine with me. It's your life, not mine. No papers given. I don't care, okay? I really do not care. But the question is, for us to have an intelligent conversation, for us to dialogue, you must be clear on why you're starting your business and why you're doing your business. And if you're doing your business because you want to prove to others that you can do it, don't come to me. Because that's not why I do business, all right? I did that with sports. I wanted to prove through sports, all the naysayers, all the haters, oh, he'll never do this, he'll never do that. Boom, there's my award, there's my trophy, there's my number 1. Thank you, have a nice day, and I'm done. But if you're coming to me, business is so important because the opportunity cost of you sitting out here 6-7 years later, your first year making $60,000 in profit, your first year making even $50,000 net, after how many years you've drugged your friends and family and all these people that wanted to help you through the dirt, when the whole while you could have worked at Home Depot and bought up 3 trucking companies along the way. You need better leaders. You need people that know what they're talking about. I cannot motivate you. If I have to be your motivational coach, you have no reason to be in business. If I have to inspire you and get you up every morning to go chase that paper, get out. There's nothing worse than seeing a trainer at the gym have to encourage somebody to lift one more weight. And then right next to him is the person, they're like, okay, that's enough, stop. No, we're going to go on to something else. And they're like, no, I'm not going to be fat anymore. I'm not going to be in that shape anymore. I'll work with them all day. Because they're so driven, my job really will be to go out and find the best methods and processes and all this other stuff for them. But if you're the type of person that you need somebody to cheer you on, get you up, fire you up, put that fire in your belly to go out there and be the best entrepreneur and do unto others and nice. Man, I can't help you. I am not a motivational speaker whatsoever. The only people who get fired up hearing me talk are people that are tired of the baloney, tired of all the other stuff. So I can read it because you can see it says, you're right. This is from Brandy Guidry. You're right. Too many people want to be famous and trending on social media. Doubt that even 7% of the people in small business owners are willing to do the work they truly invest and be proper. See more. I got to push see more here. Let's see what happens. And properly coached. Thank you, Brandy. Yeah, I know this because, again, when Miguel's in here and we're talking about a room full of small business owners and they really, really want to succeed, I know because most of you have been through every program I've been part of and you really want to make it. And I'm thinking, I can't change the curriculum. This is somebody else's program. If I put one up, you're not going to come to it. If I put it out there, they're not going to promote it because I'm probably going to contradict everything they've been telling you for years. So why would they invite me back if I'm sitting up there saying, I don't know why y'all are all sitting here right now, considering there's $1 trillion sitting offshore ready to get used, and you're worried about this. I don't know why you're in here when there's, I don't know how many investment angels and venture capitalists and seed folks in town. I don't know why you're wasting your time trying to win something and give these people some paperwork so they can keep their funding. I don't know. But you don't want to hear that. And unfortunately, the people that are working, that have a job, I would love to reach out to them, but they don't have the time anymore because they're getting work 24/7. And so, you know, it's one of those things where I'm happy that I almost got rid of the Facebook simply because it doesn't serve a real purpose because the majority of the people on Facebook, the majority. So I have 900 people on there and I've trimmed it down over and over and over again. Then I'll go out and start doing public stuff and think, okay, I'll let these people in. For no other reason, I'll let them in, and then it creeps back up to like 1,000, and then I have to trim that back down to like, say, 600 or so that I know the people that are watching. And even from then, I had to let a lot of people go because they were on that, I just made it. It's so tough out here. I just did it. Hang on. Hold on. Keep going. You can do it. Man, can you imagine if that was Kobe, Shaq, LeBron? Can you imagine if they... I've never been around winners that said that. Never, never. I've been around that dude that always didn't get picked up. I've been around that person that always fell victim to my power. I've been around that person when I'm sitting in the stands watching them lose to somebody else. They've always said, man, you just got to keep plugging away. Yeah, I mean, no, just keep... It's just not your time. It's not your time. It's okay when it's not your time. Okay? Business is just like sports. Everything's a franchise. Only so many get to go up to the top because the investment community is going to get the most they can out of whoever's doing it the best. And so to think that you deserve to be number one because you try so hard, I mean, that's why I loved wrestling over basketball. In basketball, coach could put whoever he wanted in the game. Oh, you go in for Whaley. You go in. Oh, I don't like him today. In wrestling, it's dual. Like, whoever wins goes out there whether coach likes you or not. So I went to wrestling. So I didn't have to play the politics of basketball. Look, the opportunities are out here. I need you to stop thinking about like internal, selfish, look at me stuff and start looking around. You know what I'll say? Go get your non-American friends that own businesses. Start listening to them because obviously they're doing something right. You know, when you got friends that own like half the block of Hillcroft, or half the block of Derry Ashford, half the block of the Woodlands or River Oaks. You need friends like that. You do. And what you need them to do is explain, what did you do that I'm not doing? And I'm willing to guess that everything I told you last week is what they're doing and you're not doing. And the people you're hanging around with, only because and this a couple more cuts got to happen on Facebook, because I hate seeing the struggle. Because then 20, 30, 40 people like the struggle. And I'm like, don't like the struggle. Matter of fact, cuss that person out. Like, first of all, you shouldn't have been struggling. You should have did it right to begin with. Yes, you should have. But we hand out those participation ribbons. 45 minutes past the hour, community business hour, 90.1, KPFT. Phone lines are kind of open, 713-526-8737. But, yeah, I'm stumped. And that's why I'm tired of doing radio. I did this because I was volunteering. I wanted to help out some kids. I wanted to come in here. I wanted to show them how to do broadcasting because kids listen, grown-ups don't. Grown-ups will sit there for an hour in a meeting, 2 hours in a meeting, 3 hours in a meeting, 4 hours in a meeting with me, waste up all my time, all my energy, all my best knowledge I could ever come up with, stuff I could be applying to my world. and then look at me like, now what? And I'm like, what do you mean now what? You haven't paid. What do you mean now what? I told you how to make. Oh, you want me to make your sandwich? Oh, well, how does that work when you go to the restaurant? If the chef comes out and says, oh, I take a little bit of maric, I take some fracroix, and I fuse it all together, and I make blah. Then he's like, okay, now you got to pay for it if you actually want me to go to the kitchen and make it, right? But those are the same people who tell those success stories about how they made it, how they came up, how they finally did it. And it gets old. It gets old. Because there's a lot of deals I want to do. I have thought about opening an incubator. Then I said, no, I'll take it a step further. I'll grab some folks with some money and we'll open an accelerator. We will open an accelerator and we will get stations like right here, KPFT, will reach out to all the people that are business minded. I don't care if you have a business or not. A business in and of itself is simply an investment tool. There is nothing spectacular about a business. Hey, Tracy Lynn, there's nothing spectacular. It's an investment instrument, okay? I'd rather have somebody run up to me, give me a note, a bond, something that says, 20% on it for 40 years, then somebody comes and says, I got this great opportunity. Oh my gosh, it's going to make millions and bagillions. But you don't understand money, but you want to be in a business, you want to grab an investment tool that is all about money. It's a problem. That's why if you got a lifestyle business, you're making a nice bit of change out here coaching, and you got people that want to be cheered on. Look, the Texans managed to get 70,000 people to fall into a stadium every week to watch grown men play ball. So I have no beef whatsoever that if you're out there and you're a life coach, relationship coach, business coach, guru, motivational speaker, PR, all of them, Inspire, Chief Inspiration, all that, and you can make 70, 80,000, $1 million a year off your website, your book, your coaching classes, no beef with you at all. All I can do is hope the people you are helping are actually not doing what you're doing, and they're doing something that actually makes hydro fireballs that put out flames instantly. Actually make surgical tools where you could see the veins as you poke. Actually making something that the rest of the universe can use. Because guess what? It's only in the U.S. do you need motivational speaking. Because you're too comfortable. The rest of the world's trying to survive and grow, and you need a reason. You need a reason to get out there and go for it. I got nothing. I'm almost ready to quit radio right now, just off of hearing myself say that. All the rest of the radio shows are about what? Going out, finding somebody who's already successful, who got in because they played a sport they could win. Think about this. All the other store, Caper, all the rest of them, they have a show, well, I got on here today, got a CEO of whatever, and he, you know how I built my business to $7 trillion? And I got on here, Huckmere, you know how I built my... And nobody watches those shows either. I look at the count. There's 200 and some likes or views on it. Same with my shows. Nobody's watching it. The dilemma. So we're working together right now to help me work through this moment of whether or not to stay on radio or put somebody motivational here so that I can change this over and they can come on here and be like, if you just believe and just hold on. Did you know that 90% of all businesses that never made it could have made it if they just waited another one more ex-wife, one more child, not just on meds. They had to just wait it. They had to just drug their family around. They had to just used up one more friend. They would have made it. I'd get somebody like that on here. Of course, they're going to rephrase it, but it's the truth. Business. Look, you either control the people, go out and get famous, or you control the stuff they want. It is true. Back in the day, somewhere it was written, African Americans could not own a business. You had to be in entertainment. You had to, if you're, that's kind of changed a little bit. Sort of, because they're still going to come in and buy you out and get you out of the way. But the point is, you could have actually created something productive, made some money for yourself and your community. Jonyprofit, Community Business Hour, 90.1 KPFT HD3, Pacifica Radio. You could have. So the next time you see me in the street, and the next time you're asking yourself, John, I want to start a business, you've already approached me the wrong way. If you approach me with, help me grow my sales, you've already approached me the wrong way. I can't help you grow your sales. The market will help you grow your sales. Having a back office and a system together will help you grow your sales. But you don't want to hear that. LinkedIn has joined up with who? Linda, LinkedIn, all under Microsoft. You can go learn all this stuff, but you'd rather go to a workshop from somebody who's been doing it on this level right here. For those of you watching, for those of you on air, it's this little tiny amount of space I'm holding. You'd rather go listen to somebody that I guess you feel is approachable, or that it's $25. I don't know, one of the two. And you'll learn whatever it is you seek to know from these people. And it's amazing. So, I don't know. I mean, it's 10 minutes before the hour. You're on 90.1 KPFT. Like I said, Rourke is in the studio next door. There's a band in there live. The cool thing about it is you can't get on the big stations. Just like most of you can't go sit down with the big banks. You can't do any of that because you're small fry, because you're unorganized, because you're about you and you're about promoting you and how great you are, and you go into this facade of you're out to help everybody. I watch you, trust me. It's hard to stomach sometimes, but I watch you. I just want to help customers. I want to help people be the best they can be. I don't know what that means because I'm not even the best I can be. So how are you going to help somebody else be the best they can be? I don't know. Remember, you cannot pull people up. They can only pull you down. You can lead. You can be an example. You can be that person that has made a person that thought maybe it wasn't possible now realize it's possible. But you cannot pull and run at the same time. You cannot. But you can try. You absolutely can try. Rob Davis, how you doing? Marlon, how's up? See you. See you all the way across the pond. So look, if you're going out there and you want to make money, you really want to be an entrepreneur, scrap that idea. Go find out what you want out of your life first, okay? Then if you're going to start a business, go get a part-time job or something. If you don't have the money. If you have money, like half these youngsters I'm meeting, their parents will foot the bill. They got 401k. They've got like savings. They've got stocks. They've got all kinds of stuff. So they can afford to non-bootstrap. They can afford to go get the business cards, the office, and all this other stuff. But the rest of you that are out here struggling, if you're broke and you start a business, then you better make sure you don't have a bunch of broke people around you, because they'll help you spend up your earnings in a heartbeat. So anyway, I'm thinking like this is the second week in a row. The second show doesn't come in after me, because normally I have like cameras everywhere, and like people in the studio. But with the holidays, there's no one here but me. So this is kind of creepy, because I get to go all the way up till 5 minutes, I guess. This is cool. So anyway, let's see. Last thoughts before I get out of here. So I'm building out EE Thinking and a couple other platforms to kind of maybe if I turn on the light one day in my head and say, hey, I want to help you out. Because I want to share all this. Like I said, I got slide after slide after slide. You know, I've been doing this for a long time. And the only way I could get my projects up and running was to organize them so I could hand them off. And so when I sit down and talk to people, I'm not going to hand you my slides, because most of you are all about getting yours, especially after you want to take me to lunch or take me for coffee. Do I look like I do lunch and coffee? I don't know. I'll wait. No, I don't. And not with you. Think about it. I'm not being mean. I'm keeping it real. Or shall I say, I'm just being straightforward with you, buddy. All right? Time is money. And I don't care who says it isn't. We don't have a lot of time. Therefore, you know, let's get it while we're out here. If you got anything you want to add, join, say, whatever, you can either do it if you're watching Facebook on here. You obviously you're watching. Have it set for global right now. After this finishes up, then I'll set it to public. If you're on air and you're listening, or you go back through the archive at kpft.org and check it out. Hey, come on in. And you come in, then you can grab the show. I don't know why Ty just said Shipley's. Yes, Shipley's. I do. I'll do Shipley's with you, buddy, any day. But anyway, with that said, you can go to, let's try jw@eehour.com if you have something you want to share, or you want to buy my time or something. I don't know. You want to sponsor the station. We're always about that. Kenneth, it's great to see you back, man. Take it to the sky. I think maybe I'll even go flying this week or something. But seriously, think this through. Stop doing this for your ego. And stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like an investor. So with that said, I'm going to play a little music and I'm going to get out of here. And we're going to get ready for the next show. It's been great. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.
And how are you, Ty?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good.
See you later, people.